Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope all of you are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who I am, if you're new here, my name is Rose. My real name is Jordan. You can call me either one. It doesn't even matter. Today I got my homie Chap right here with me. Chap is over here blowing clouds. Chap's a good buddy of mine. We've met. I've known him since like sixth grade, but like we've been boys for a little while now. But anyway, today we're gonna be showing you a strategy. I got a few questions for him. You want to say anything, bro? Now what? Let's get this money, huh? For real. All right, check this out, Doug. So, how long have you been trading for? I could barely hear you. Can you turn up your mic? Sorry, bro.
About 2 years now.
2 years now? That's dope. How did you start?
At first, I went to IML. Went to this they hosted a fucking what's it called like gathering.
Yeah,
Black people and shit. And, I didn't really like it, bro, cause fucking it's like a monthly subscription type shit. They turned it into like a whole other fucking business.
yeah.
Not really like salesman, so I didn't want to get into that shit.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm
Yeah,
thankful I never started out there, cause
fuck that, bro. That shit's whack.
yeah, I'll believe it. I believe it. What kind of trader are you? Are you like a scalper, swing trader, day trader?
Scalp, man.
You're a scalper. Why do you like to scalp?
I do swings, like they're mostly swings, but I look at the daily, see where it's gonna go, and then fucking I go into the hour and scout, bro. Fucking do those sniper entries, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I feel you. But yeah, I like scalping too. Swinging is dope. I like swinging a lot too. That's what's up. Do you have a mentor?
Mauricio, bro, fucking that's that's where I went after I know. He told me his classes and
That's
they're
dope.
one-time payment, so I'm down. That's where I learned market structure and shit. You know, high lows, lower highs, all
Oh
that.
yeah, bro. That
Fibonacci.
shit comes in handy.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Market structure is king. Shout out to Mauricio. Hell yeah, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. What kind of setups do you usually look for? Do you look for like setups based off of like a break of structure? Do you look for a setup for like a continuation trade? Do you look for reversal setups? Like what kind of setup do you look for?
You know what I mean? The
That
high,
what was that?
I look for those continuations, like those, those high lows, lower highs, like if it's going up. I wait for that pullback. You know what I mean? Fucking
That makes
put a fib on there, golden zone.
makes sense. Yeah, golden zone. I love that golden zone. That golden zone is fire. That golden zone is fire. Oh yeah, bro. Do you want to show us like how you look at the charts a little bit? I mean, you don't have to show everything, but just kind of how you get an idea. And because I know how much did you pull today?
Nasty, five G, bro.
Yeah, 5G. That shit's dirty. I was like, fuck. That's pretty filthy, bro. That's pretty nasty. All blues, huh? All blues, bro.
Shit, bro. Yeah, watch. I can show you this shit. I fucking
Do you know how to pull it up?
uh,
Hover over the Zoom and click on the green one, share screen.
right there. Well,
Yeah, there you go.
watch. This shit I took on the US, bro. Hmm. I put a fib on there from right here, and then pulled it up here, and then it was in my golden zone. That's why I entered, and then it fucking dropped, bro. And I was scared.
Damn, I would have been too.
I held that bitch, and then took off in my TP2. That's fucking
Damn.
old too, bro. I fucking got in there because of you. Fucking with that shit. Took my profits earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much I trust that fucking your your algo, how you call it, fucking. I just got in there, no questions asked. You know what I mean? I didn't even look at it. Next day,
Yeah,
pulled profits, nasty.
I feel you. I can see why you're telling me to enter gold right now and close back over that 8. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What you want to walk us through, like how like you approach it using the algo, like how you find an entry using the algo. Show us an entry that you took that you made profit on, and why you took it if you're down. Do you? Why do you look at your charts like that, bro?
Mm.
All small.
I was just looking like I zoom out because like I want to know what's going. You know what I mean?
No, I mean like small little window instead of like doing the whole window. Yeah, yeah, my guy.
Well, I just did show you, dog. Fucking AUS, and then I had a US 30 earlier, 1.01. Fucking I got in like right there. Buy.
You know, buy.
I put a little fib on there. Fucking, I didn't hit my 38 or my 61, but I was like, it closed above this indicator right here. So I was like, it might still go up. And I just put a point zero 0.01 in there just in case.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
Like, you think it's gonna make a new high?
yeah, I think it might go up in TP2, honestly.
I wanted to, I wanted to see it pull back more to make new highs. If you look at your RSI, it's showing divergence. Do you notice that?
Yeah, that's true.
Showing a lower high on your RSI, and up there is showing like it's wanting to push for a higher high. That just goes to show that it's wanting to sell soon, honestly. But RSI isn't always true. I don't like to trade just solely off of RSI. It's not always true. If we were to take that sell, I mean, it would be considered a counter trend. But I mean, that's pretty fire. Check out this trade that I took today. I got it. Where are we at? So I took this sell today on Euro NZD. It was on the 15-minute time frame, and the overall bias is downtrending, right? It's showing lower lows and lower highs. And then my 50 simple moving average, it was trending below it. So it just told me like that I'm supposed to be looking for sells. Right here after this lower high, it fell and then it had this pullback. As soon as it started this pullback, I ran a fib from this lower high point down to this point right here. And then I got in like somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. I think it was actually lower. I actually where's it at? I have it right here. Where's it at? Yeah, that's kind of how it looked. I ran my fib. This was the pullback. I entered at this area right here and I had my stop loss up here. So if we look at that compared to how it ended up, I entered like down here and then it came back up. I had my stops up here. But overall, it did hit my take profit. I did end up winning this trade. So it was a pretty good trade. I liked it. This was the trade that I lost this morning. I was bummed out. Watch, where's it at? That what?
Oh no, man, GG. I got in Euro NZD though.
Euro NZD?
Yeah, I sold it. Mm. Booked probably.
Yeah, I was selling that shit too. Look, watch, this is GJ. This is what I got in on GJ. So there were like there were these lows right here, lows, and then it started like breaking towards like an uptrending structure right here. It made this higher low, and then it made this higher high, and then it broke structure and it broke this higher low and it made a new low. This is what I thought that I seen. And so I ran my fib like this and it pulled back and it had this rejection right here. And as soon as this candle came in, I seen it and I entered. And as soon as I entered, it started falling into profit. And I was like, nice, nice, nice. And then it ended up like coming back to my position. So as soon as it fell into like my profit, I ended up securing 50% at a 1-to-1 R&R. And then as soon as I secured 50, I moved my stops to break even, and then I ended up getting stopped out at break even. And as soon as it came back up, I seen some rejection, but I should have stayed a little more patient for like another candlestick pattern, like a reversal candlestick pattern to form, because I just entered just like honestly like really blindly just based off of rejection, but I didn't wait for the candlestick to close. And whenever I entered, it was more down here, and then it ended up kept pushing up and I ended up losing that position. So like, fuck, that shit sucked. That was a bummer. This is another position that I took today. I had a tight stop loss, so I got stopped out, and it looks like it's going in my favor. The overall trend bias before was higher highs and higher lows, and then it broke to the downside, break a structure. So I ran my fib and it came up and it hit into this golden area and it started to fall. And so like whenever it started to fall, that's whenever I entered, and then it came back up into like my stop area and I was like, oh shit. And then it ended up just stopping me out at this point and I was like, fuck. So I was like, whatever, I'm gonna go and take a nap because I was up since early and I was like, fuck it. And then like all this shit ended up just, so I was like, damn. Honestly, one thing that I learned is I need to probably wait for a higher retracement, or I need to put my stop losses a little more deeper, is what I learned from kind of like really doing my trading this morning.
So you have a 20 pip stop loss.
That what was that?
Yeah, you have a 20 pip stop loss.
Yeah, it depends. This one I did. I had a 20 pip stop loss, but my risk to reward was 2.61 because I was risking 20 to gain 52.
Like 35.
But yeah. So I'm like really like trying to like get the hang of like trying to like incorporate the moving averages with fibs, and not only that, I want like structure levels, like this structure level where it made this high, and if it's in a bullish market, we want it to break that high, then come back to retest and make a higher low as it did right here. And then it ended up breaking that structure level, and then it came up to it and it started playing around it, and now it's like I have a feeling it's going to come back to it and probably like retest it one more time and then probably fall, but we'll see what happens. And that's another thing I'm trying to incorporate are these like structure levels, my fibs and my EMAs. But I do incorporate the daily too. Of course, I like to use it daily just to let me know where it's at. But Honestly, I'm just looking at the 15-minute kind of structure in a way, you know what I mean? It has these highs. And honestly, this is like a 1 hour break of structure right here. This happened on the 1 hour and then it retraced back into this area. And that was a beautiful sell setup right there. If I were to delete all this mess.
That shit got nasty, bro.
Yeah, because these crossed. You could have drew them on the cross, but honestly, like it's hard to tell. It looks like it's still in a bullish structure in a way.
I was
It's
gonna,
having these.
it's like it's making a new higher low.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Cause like if we were to like start from back here, yeah, honestly, that does look like it's making a higher low.
And we have so much shit open right now, dog. What the fuck?
Trades wise,
Yeah, Forex Factor, like inbox.
oh yeah, I do have all that shit open. Oh yeah, I was looking at US 30 because I seen US 30 broke up on like the 15-minute. I was watching it because I had this fall
Motherfucker.
down and then it just started pushing back up. So I drew it from right here and I wanted to come down and pull back, but it's like respected this level. It created a level right there. And then there's this level right here too that it's at. See. And so right now on the 15-minute actually, I thought I was on the 1 hour, my bad. On the 15-minute, like it's showing a bearish engulfing at this level, 4 minutes. Chaikanashi showing a weak candle, but and then Bitcoin, have you been watching that one?
I don't need to watch that shit. Honestly, hold on.
Bro, Bitcoin was so low
That fucking
back in 2020. It was so low, and now it's just taking off, bro. It's like not even stopping. It's just been rallying like a motherfucker. It's at 37 right now. That shit is crazy. See how it like broke these highs right here, broke it, and then retested right there.
damn, that shit fucking took off, bro.
If we were to draw a fib like from right here to right here,
Damn, that shit's
was
busted.
little 236 rejection. That's a continuation. See, it's hard to draw fibs on this one because everything's gonna be like continuation. Like you have to just know that Bitcoin's a continuation one. It's pretty fucked. But then that's like structure within the structure that you would be placing that. You wouldn't be placing it on the overall.
That's what it's like really fucking rising. It came down earlier.
It's just breaking. It'll possibly pull back to it, and then it'll continue up. And then XRP too. XRP was all low, like 20 cents, and now it's all shooting up. Damn it, I should have entered. I felt it coming too. I knew that this was buys. I knew it was buys. Fuck. This is one thing we need to be investing in right now, bro, is XRP. It's 26 cents right now.
XRP?
Yeah, XRP, it's a crypto. They predict that it's going to get to like 90 cents eventually. And right now it's only at 26. So if we were to invest a lot into that, it'd be nice, bro. I'm not even lying.
I like 500.
Hmm. Ethereum is just going up.
Two dogs, nasty.
I know.
Bro.
It just broke this high with after this higher low started trending up, and so I'm just waiting for a little pullback at least. Take advantage of that too. Gold, we're just waiting on that. I can see why you entered it on the 1 hour though. Yeah, I want to see gold actually pull back a little bit more. At least to like right here. Because I feel like the 50 will end up meeting it like right here eventually too. And then it'll reject the 50 as well as in this area, and then it'll fall. I want it to fall though for sure. GJ's in a little bit of like a little range, huh?
Mm. I took fucking like 3 bills too from GPB Caterpillar from the sell.
On what time frame?
Mm. That last fucking bearish candle, I took that shit. Went all the way down and I took it. I was like, fuck it.
This one? That's nasty.
Put a fib on that bitch.
That was a nice fib retracement
Mm-hmm.
right in the golden zone.
Mm-hmm.
That shit's deadly, huh? It's so fucking nasty.
Shit's nasty, bro. And then the indicators too. That shit. You know that
Fuck.
last bearish candle?
Yeah.
I broke it. That's like another good indicator too.
Yeah, definitely. Gives you more indication for sales. Check this out, yo. So for everyone who's watched to this point, thank y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little swing strategy really quick. So check this out. On the daily time frame, peep this shit. So we're gonna get rid of this EMA. So throw up a 50 simple moving average on your chart. Okay, just type in indicators, simple moving averages, and it'll be this one. Okay, and then just turn off every single other one. Just turn them all off, and then change the first one to 50. It don't matter what colors you do, whatever colors you want to do. Then we're gonna do Ichimoku. Okay, we're gonna do this Ichimoku right here. Yo. Ichimoku is kind of just like an extra in confirmation, in my opinion. You're going to type in super trend, and you're going to do the V 1.0 by Meja Lucas or whoever this is. You're going to click that, and you're going to leave it alone, okay? Now, the way that these indicators work is, let me just take off this one and this one. The 50, whenever price is above it, this is the daily time frame. We make our entries and everything off the daily, okay? Whenever price is above it, you're looking for buys. And whenever price is below it, you're looking for sells, okay, on the daily. Now, the Ichimoku, this is the baseline, otherwise known as Kijun Sen. The Kijun Sen is really cool. So as soon as price closes above it, price will go up. And whenever price closes below it, there's a chance that price will go down. Not every time. It's not going to go up every time, and it's not going to go down every time. That's why we got these extra indicators to give us a little more confirmation. And then the super trend indicator. If we look at that, you'll notice that as soon as like it like follows structures in a way. So it made these lower highs right here, and it came down and made like a lower high. Then it followed the structure. It made a lower high right here, and it followed it. As soon as the lower highs got broken, it flipped to green and told you that buyers are now in control. You know what I mean? And then as soon as the buyers got broken, it flipped down and it told you that the sellers are now in control. You know what I mean? And so right now on GBP CAD, it's kind of rangy. Let me go to another pair really quick. For example, on GBP USD right here, you know what I mean? Right here, it was showing you sellers because these are like higher lows considered structure within the overall structure, whatever. And then it got broken and it showed you sells, right? And then this got broken and now it's showing you buys, and buys are holding at this point. And so with that being said, you know that as soon as it breaks, this is kind of considered a structure break, you know what I mean? And so whenever a structure break happens, you can run a Fibonacci. If you don't know what Fibonacci is, you better ask somebody. No, I'm just kidding. Fibonacci is a really great tool. You just run it point A to point B. It's really great for retracements to measure how far your pullback is going to retrace to. If it retraces past these two, then it's possibly going to be a break of structure, and I wouldn't even enter in it. I like it to retrace back to this golden zone. And as you can see here, like for example, it broke right here. It broke out, right? So you're going to look at, okay, well, let's look at the swing low that created that break. Boom. It broke out right here. Fibonacci, what you want to wait for is the pullbacks. And as soon as this pullback happened, yeah, it might take a little while for this pullback to happen. It'll take like, ooh, that's the wrong tool. Let me see. It'll take like from this point all the way down to these points. It took 21 days, almost a month. So you just got to stay patient. But as soon as you end up getting into these kind of trades, it's well worth your while. You'll end up reaching well over 800 pips. You know what I mean? It's freaking beautiful. This is a swing trading strategy. You could use Fibonacci's, or you could just do this simply. It's really, really sweet. So if we add the baseline, you know what I mean? If we know that we're in buys, it'll pull back. And then as soon as price closes over, you know what I mean? You can enter that. Now, personally, I don't like using the baseline. I just feel like it's a little too much for me. I like adding an extra EMA, and that's going to be like the EMA 8. You can type in the exponential moving average. It's going to tell me too
Hey,
many. Let me take this off.
what's that too? What's that indicator called?
What,
That red and blue shit?
this one is the super trend V1.0. It's pretty fire, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah. Watch. So let me change this to this. And then I like to put this to 8. Whenever price is over the 8, you're looking for buys. Until it closes back over your 8, you're looking for sells. Over, you're looking for buys. Below it, you're looking for sells. So if you pair that with the 50, then it just lets you know what I mean? If you're over both of them, then you're buying. If you're below both of them, then you're selling. But if you're below the 8 and over the 50, you stay out. You can't sell that because overall you're still over the 50. The 50 is considered your trend, you know what I mean? And then with these right here, they tell you your break of structures. So if you know your break of structures right here and you know your market structure, you'll see that this made a high, pulled back, and this push made a higher high, and it shows you that it broke these previous lower highs or whatever, this red highs right here. And so by drawing that fib right there, you'll see that whenever this pullback happened, it pulled back, and you could have entered based off of the close over the 8, but you're still under the 50, you know what I mean? I would personally wait till you close over the 50. Then you could enter right there. or you could wait until the 8 crosses, and then like the 8 crosses over the 50 and then closes over both of them with this bullish engulfing. Because with these moving averages, what's really great about the 8 and the 50 is that they tell you momentum. Where's the momentum at? Whenever they cross down below, and they're lagging indicators, so unfortunately, like, they're not gonna lead you, like, they're not gonna lead price and tell you like future predictions. They're lagging indicators, so like you kind of, whatever price does, they kind of show what price has already did, you know what I mean? And so right here, whenever they cross, it tells you that momentum is to the downside, right? And then it starts pulling up. You could see that it's pulling up, but they're still low. You know what I mean? The 8 is still below the 50. And then as soon as they cross, boom, you can see that the momentum took off to the upside. So it's a great tool for momentum as well. It lets you know who's in control momentum wise. Another tool that I like to use is a Heikin-Ashi candlesticks. It lets me know who the momentum is in charge. You know what I mean? It lets me know who's in charge of momentum also, along with the moving averages. It's like an extra confirmation. You know what I mean? So as soon as I seen this candle specifically on Heikin-Ashi close above them, this candle was the one that made them nearly cross. You could have entered that long, put your stops right below this swing. Boom. It would have been like a 200 pip stop. And then you would have aimed for a new high. Okay. 365 pips. It smashed that. As soon as it hit that, you could claim 50% of your position and move your stops to break even. Okay, now you're just letting your position run. And as soon as it hit the 236, as it did right there, it hit 236, move your stop loss to the 0. Boom. Oops. Move your stop loss to the 0. And as soon as uh price ends up hitting like 382, move your stop loss to the 236 and just start moving it up as it keeps breaking all these different retracements, or extensions, I should say, not retracements. But that's a little strategy that a 6 swinging strategy. I could do that like on almost any pair. Like if I go to like USD CAD right here. Let's just go to a random spot.
I'm about to sell GPP cat again.
You're gonna sell it?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my RSI to hit 50 again.
Yeah. Have you ever went back in the past and noticed the charts look like this? It's crazy, huh? They didn't introduce a Wix until 2005. So like right here, it's made this high, and then it made this push down. It made this lower high. We would draw our fib from right here to right here. As you can see, it pulled back into our golden zone. We are under the 50, and momentum shows that it's going down. Boom, you could enter right here because technically it kind of closed below the 8. You could put your stops right above the wicks and above the 50. It'd be like 120 pip stop, and then you could target a new low, or you could target equal low. But as you can see, it ended up just smashing all TPs, smashed for 326 pips. As soon as it pulls back, this is called the dragon bag. All you do is you just drag your Fibonacci. Boom, boom, dragon bag. Pulled back, had a steep one right here. See, and this one would have scared me. I would have been like, fuck. But see, it just retested the 50 right here. The 50 kind of acts as support and resistance in a way, and it retested it. You know what I mean? And then boom, you could have entered another one right here. Stop loss would have been above the 1 this time. It would have been like a 150. And then targets would have been equal low or a new low. This ended up smacking our take profit 3 for 361 pips right there. Beautiful. Again, dragon bag. Just move your Fibonacci to this one. pull it down to the new low, and
Hold
retrace into your golden zone.
nasty, bro.
Fucking nasty. It's every fucking time, bro. I swear. As long as you see where momentum is, as long as you know where momentum is, and you use this 8 moving average with the 50 to see where momentum is, that's how you know where momentum is. As soon as you know where the momentum's at, you look for the structure, the highs or the lows, to agree with the momentum. And as soon as that's in order, you throw a fib on that shit and wait for the retracement, the pullback to your golden zone. And as soon as that happens, you take advantage of that, bro. And you just, it's every time. It's every time.
Can you cuss on YouTube?
This is gonna be on YouTube, yes.
Or can you cuss on YouTube?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Who gives a fuck? Fucking Jordan Belfort shit, bro. Look at this one right here. So all these lows kept going down. I dragged my fibs, but it was a 236 retracement. Drag my fibs, 236. Drag my fibs, 236. Keep dragging them down. And then if we continue to pull them down, look at it, retraced into our fucking golden zone. It's every time. The golden zone is so fucking nasty. It's so fucking nasty. I swear it is. Retrace into our golden zone. Close right below the 8.
Rock. Nasty,
And like if you were to look in the past, you'll see that this previous lower high, this previous lower high, this previous lower low, that was the one that got broken. You'll see that it ended up getting retested. It got broken and retested. Oh, it's so simple, bro. Trading is so fucking simple. It's ridiculous. And as soon as we know, as soon as we know, we see that it's in a downtrend, but we know that a pullback is coming. We could go to the smaller time frames and look for buys. Yeah, it'd be a counter trend trade on the higher time frame, but on the smaller time frames, it's showing you higher highs and higher lows.
fucking weird.
It's considered an uptrend, you know what I mean? So you could fuck it up. And then as soon as you get into like these daily trades like this, you don't just have to be in this one daily trade. If you know it's going down, bro, hop to these smaller time frames and go and fuck it up on the smaller time frames. You know what I mean? Go look for those selling opportunities on the smaller time frames and fucking, it's not gonna let me go all the way back to that point. I lost it. But yeah, go down to the smaller time frames and look for those opportunities. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to another pair. Fucking
Yeah.
look
That's
at
a
right here. It made this high.
fucking
That
weak
what, bruh?
bitch ass pair, bro.
GJ, it's a bitch ass pair, huh?
Wiki ass fuck.
It is a wiki ass pair. It's a bitch. I agree. Look at it. It broke structures, made this lower high right here, and it was pushing, but then it broke structure. Boom. Break a structure right here on the daily, made this higher high. Run your fib. Came down, made a little double bottom. This 705 is like is like it's like the last point of entry in my opinion. This is why I have it on my fibs. It's my last point of entry. This is my last point of entry. If it breaks this 786, this is my last resort. Boom, it breaks it, I'm out of this. I'm not even gonna bother it. You know what I mean? So this is my last point of entry. And as you can see, it broke through the golden zone and it hit my last point of entry and it made a double bottom and it took off. We could have ended up entering as soon as the momentum crossed and we ended up closing back over our 8. We could have entered right there, long position, and we could have put our stops right below our last resort. It would have been like a 260 pip stop, right? And we could have targeted like equal highs, or we could have targeted a new high. If we would have targeted equal highs, take profit did get smashed for 525 pips. That's a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. So that's pretty solid. And then take profit 3 ended up getting smashed right there for 761 pips, and take profit 4 got smashed by that little wick. It didn't get smashed, but it got wicked for 890 pips. Beautiful fucking trade right there. And then again, what do? We just drag and bag. Fucking drag this to the new higher low, drag this to the new higher high, and it came down into the last resort, I would have been fucking scared. I'd have been shitting bricks, bro. But then as soon as this happened, you could have seen this.
I would have been shitting bricks.
I'd have been fucking scared. If I would have entered right here and it did this, I would probably got stopped out. I'm not even gonna lie, because I put my stop losses tight because I want to be able to get as big of a lot size as I can using like my smallest amount of risk possible. You know what I mean? And so as soon as this happened and it like came back, you could have drawn another fib right here. You seen a little pullback, and then boom, look at that. It came right here and it wicked last point of entry. Boom. And it wicked last point of entry on our overall fib too. So this is structure within overall structure. You could draw fibs off of both. And so that's just a little, I'm sorry if I'm brain fucking. Like
Bro,
whoever's watching this, like I'll probably brain fuck y'all with this shit. I'm not even gonna lie.
bro,
Like, but these are gems, yo. Like there's an overall structure, then there's a structure within the overall structure. You want to find your overall structure, and then you want your structure within the overall structure to agree with it. If it's not agreeing, then it's considered counter trend trading. And then you want to wait for it to agree, and then that's whenever you trade with the trend, because remember the trend is your friend. And so yeah, like straight up, as soon as you're able to like
bro, they probably don't
enter on these,
know what you're saying, bro.
that what?
I don't even know what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm probably brain fucking a lot of people, bro.
Like what? Fibonacci, what? Structure, what?
Right? And like, fuck, dude. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a little, this is like my strategy. Like, this is pretty much almost all my sauce. Like, there's just like structure levels that that I didn't put into this video, but I mean, if you look right here, these are structure levels. Watch, I like to trade structure within overall structure levels. As you can see, it made these highs right here and pulled back, right? Well, what we would want it to do is break these highs. If it's in an overall uptrending structure, you want it to break these highs and make a new high. And then it pulled back and it made a higher low. We could end up drawing a fib off the push that broke it, and you could see that it pulled back and it wicked our golden zone. Boom, you could enter on that bullish engulfing. Fucking sexy setups all day. I look for these setups like all fucking day. These are like, bro, like I could find a setup on any pair. I'm not even lying. Like, God, like it just came from training my eye, you know what I mean? I just trained my eye really, really well to just find it, you know what I mean? Like it's not hard at all. Like really isn't. And then you can see right here, it just broke right here. The GJ, we were to draw that right there, it wicked our golden zone, made new highs right here. I don't know if I would count that. That would be kind of wicked. This right here, I wouldn't count it. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's ugly. Owanda be fucking around. Oh no, this is FXCM. No wonder Owanda won't do that shit. But I mean, you could see that it came down into the golden zone.
It's stupid, bro.
Golden zone. Stupid, bro. Stupid. Made new highs. Golden zone. Now, I mean, it's probably going for buys. So if we look at the 1 hour time frame, we'll probably see uptrending structure. And as you can see, yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You know what I mean? The momentum switched right here on GJ. Because if we know on daily, it just had this push, pull back to the golden zone, wick golden zone. So now we could possibly be seeing a push up. We go to 1 hour. We want to look for that structure to be agreeing with it. And as you can see, it had this lower high. I mean, this low, this lower high, this lower low. And then it was making a lower high, but then it ended up breaking structure. And as you can see, momentum switch with the EMAs crossing too. You could end up just drawing a fib on that. Boom. And I mean, that would have been scary as shit, but it didn't close below our last resort. It just wicked down. So I mean, overall, right now, this is I would be in for buys all day on this shit. Right now, it actually just made a double bottom with an actual higher low
Double top. Oh yeah, you're right.
on the 5 minute. 5 minute, it just had that structure break. It was making a little lower high. It's pushing up. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Honestly, we'll keep an eye on this chat. We might be able to get into some buys, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to break that 50.
On the 5 minute.
Mm-hmm. Damn, it already broke it on the 15, huh?
Not yet. The 50 is this purple one. Broke the 8,
My
but
bad.
on the 5 minute,
Shit.
because like it kind of broke structure on the 5 minute, so we would probably want to wait for the 5 minute to flip to an uptrending structure, which it looks like it's wanting to do is push, and then it'll have a pullback. We could draw a fib off of that pullback, and then see if it respects a golden zone on the 5 minute, and then we could take that buy. But what do you think, bruh? Pretty fire? Pretty fire.
Sauce, bro.
Yeah, for real, huh? That was a lot of sauce, bro. I can have all of that. I don't want it. Me and Chap have ours. We got our sauce. But anything you want to say, bruh? You know, Rocket League or what?
I'm down.
All right, bet. I'll see you there, Dark. I'm about to hop on now. Thank you guys so much. If you guys watched to the end, if you guys feel like you've learned something today, I highly recommend you save this to your liked videos. Make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you aren't already subbed to the channel. Make sure you hit the bell so you know whenever we upload. And yeah, you guys, we'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, later.